Danny Segura for MMAJunkie.com, and today we have a very special guest, a fighter who recently fought at UFC Brasilia, one of the last cards, or the last card the UFC had before postponing its event, obviously due to coronavirus. Of course, we are talking about Gilbert Burns, who defeated Demian Maia in the co-main event of UFC Brasilia. First of all, Gilbert, tough times. So first thing, how are you doing? How's your family, and how are things in Florida?
Yeah, no, thank God I'm super good right now. Family's good. Kids at home doing a little homeschool playing. We have a good time with the kids. As of right now, everything looks good. You know, we stock a lot of food. We stay more at home. But yeah, things start, I think it's gonna get crazy here. But as of right now, looks good.
Yeah. You're not the guy that bought all the toilet paper, right?
No, no, not me.
Okay. All right. Well, a lot to talk about with you. I mean, you've had everyone has had an interesting couple of weeks, but especially you, as I mentioned at the top, you were one of the last fighters to fight on a UFC card. Obviously, all of them got postponed, or the next three because of the coronavirus outbreak. So first of all, let's talk about that fight. I mean, it was a big win for you. You stopped Demian Maia, which is obviously no easy thing to do. Where would you rank that win among others in your career? Is that the best so far?
Yeah, so far for sure is the best. It was a huge win. Like you said, Demian Maia, legend. And nobody finished. Nate Marquardt did, but that was over 10 years ago. And after that, he fought one of the greatest. He fought Anderson Silva, Woodley, Kobe, a lot of guys, and nobody was able to finish. And I finished the guy in less than a half round. And yeah, very proud of myself, especially with the whole thing going on. No crowd. In Brazil, fighting Demian Maia was more nervous than usual. And yeah, I'm very proud of myself. I think it was a huge win, biggest win on my career as of right now.
Yeah. But did the lack of crowd add more nerves, or did it make it
Yeah.
easier?
No, more nervous for sure because we had a long way going to the locker room, to the arena, like a long walk, and the walk was dark. It was quiet and silence and super weird. The whole thing was weird. As soon as we left the hotel, they kind of locked down the whole hotel, so no one was coming to the hotel. No fans, no nothing. They had a lot of little fans for each fighter in the corners, and I don't know how those pilots did, but they drove so quick the van to the hotel from the arena. And as soon as we got in the arena, it was more weird because the whole arena is still like kind of dark outside. Nobody was there. Just one security opened the gate. We came near on the darkness, like we were doing something wrong. We got in the arena, like I said, super quiet. I saw a couple fighters, and the way they did the logistics was very very impressive because they just couldn't have 100 people in the arena. So all the fighters that to one fighter coming in, another fighter got to come out. And they were doing that all the time with the camera crew. A lot of things. UFC did a great job, but yeah, it was very, very weird fighting in an empty arena. A lot of silence, quiet, and I think that brought more nervous out of me than usual. So I was way more nervous than normal events.
Yeah, I talked to Enrique Barzola after the event. He fought on that same card against Hani Yaya. And he was like, yeah, like I didn't feel adrenaline. Usually the crowd kind of kicks in the
Yeah.
adrenaline, yelling and all that. And that wasn't there. Was that the case for you? Like, what's going on here? Am I sparring,
Yeah.
or what's good?
Yeah, so I was walking all the way to the arena. As soon as I get on the curtain, they give us a countdown, and then as soon as we're walking, the music goes on, and that's when you hear the crowd. You feel the energy. Oh, okay, I'm fighting. Let's go. But I think it was super quiet. The guy gave me the countdown. I started walking. My music was going on, but nobody was. I don't know. Was that kind of empty feeling too? I was walking, just my music, my moment, but nobody was looking. Just the camera, just the UFC guys. Yeah, it was awkward. It was weird.
Yeah, that's crazy. And yeah, we don't know when the UFC is going to resume its events. We know the next three are postponed, obviously. Do you feel lucky in a way that you got to get that fight in? Because, that's how you guys make money, right? Fighting.
Yeah, I felt lucky. I felt blessed. I felt happy, and yeah, and I feel bad for the other guys that wasn't able to fight, especially those guys that are on the beginning of the career that I know is super hard to make money financially. Is harder. Yeah, I felt very blessed and very lucky to be able to go out to Brazil, perform my best, be the legend, get the bonus. So I'm in a good spot right now. Even if things get crazy, I've been smart with the money, try to be smart with my money. So even if I hadn't fought, I'll be okay. But I think it's gonna hurt a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure. It's and even outside of fighting, people who work in the service industry, etc. And I guess that's one hot topic of conversation nowadays because Dana White is really trying to keep going with events despite a lot of states shutting down non-essential businesses. Where do you stand on that? Because it seems a lot of the media members and just public in general have criticized that. Some others have supported it, especially the fighters. Where do you stand on it? Do you think the UFC should try to keep on putting on events, or like the other sports, maybe hold out a little bit and see what happens in a few months?
I think I support the UFC. I support Dana White. I think a lot of fighters gonna get a tough times right now, especially to staying prepared, getting prepared, staying ready because a lot of gyms gonna get locked down. But yeah, for sure, I support the UFC and I saw the way they did in Brasilia. So they yeah, they so organized that in 3 days they changed the whole thing. No more ceremonial weigh-ins, no media day, and no media in the arena. So I think they can do it the way they did. They know how to run already, and I know they can make as safe for all the fighters and for all the UFC
Yeah.
crew work. I think they will be able to do, and I hope they do because otherwise the UFC, the crew not making money, the arena not making money, the fighters not making money, and people need to get entertained right now as well. People went home and Netflix. I watched the whole things that interesting. I watched it already. I watched the Amazon Prime. The things there. Yeah, nice. I already watched the whole thing. I don't want to watch the TV anymore. Just kind of play with the kids. I have a couple of books that I had to read and kind of give a break. I'm trying to pick it up again, but yeah, I hope the UFC does. I'm all supporting Dana White and the UFC, and I really hope they do. And I'm blessed too because I make a gym in my garage. The gym was completely done 10 days before I leave to Brazil. I have my whole mat set up. I have like the bags, wall mats. I have a couple weights, couple kettlebells, so I'll be able to keep training, keep in shape. As soon as they announce they doing the UFC, if they get a spot, I'll be like annoying Dana why they put me on that card. I'm ready, I want to fight.
Yeah.
I'll be one of the first ones asking for a fight.
Yes, certainly. I think everyone is for the fighters making money, and also myself as an MMA fan, it was nice to have live sports, because without it,
Yes.
the world is a little different. But I guess a lot of people are concerned about the lack of testing
Yeah.
of Corona specifically, because
Yeah.
technically, you're fighting someone and they could be not showing any symptoms, as we know this
Yeah.
is a characteristic
A couple
of the
days.
virus. As a fighter, are you concerned about that? Maybe fighting someone that has the virus and contracting it?
For sure. I think if they really doing the fights, I think they gotta have the testing. I think that would be a priority, even for the crew. The whole crew need to get tested. The whole UFC, the cameras, the ESPN, the fighters, the corners. I think if they doing, I'm 100% sure Dana White gonna take care of that, and they're gonna test everybody, make sure everybody's safe. For sure that they gotta be a mandatory thing to do an
Yeah.
event.
Yeah, I think certainly with what you mentioned with the UFC, how they dealt with no media day, also having media at a separate hotel and all that. There's definitely some precautions taken. I think also testing would put a lot of people at ease.
100%.
With that aside, let's talk about the actual win. You're now number 6, right, in the UFC
Yes.
welterweight rankings. That put you pretty high up there, and we know what others that have beaten Demian Maia where that's led them. Usually the title. How far are you from fighting for the title? I mean, could this potentially be like 1-2 fights away from it? What do you think?
I believe so. I believe you want your fights in 3 days. It's hard. We don't control the ranks. The ranks sometimes doesn't go our way, but I think the performance says a lot. So for sure, I'm taking a look on the Colby Covington. Is one of the guys that if I could pick, that would be my number one, or Tyron Woodley. But I know that might not happen on my way on the pick. Sometimes we ask for a fight, we didn't get a fight that we asked. But I just got a challenge from Michael Chiesa yesterday. He said he will be down. I just reacted, and we'll see anyone that asks for a fight. I would be answered. I'm always down for a fight, especially the guy that I like a lot. I have a lot of respect for Chiesa. I like the guy a lot. He even mentioned, right? After we fight, we're gonna eventually we finally gonna be able to train. And then I agree. I like the guy a lot, and I think if I don't get the number one, number two picks that I want, for sure, Michael Chiesa is right down in the conversation. And I think it's a performance. Let's say if I beat Chiesa first or second round, get a finish, then I might get another fight. If I get another finish, I'm right there for the title. I think it's not even about the wins, but I think it's about a performance.
Yeah, no doubt. And I want to talk about all those guys you mentioned in a second, but one last thing on Demian Maia, and I wrote an article about this on Demian Maia, on yourself. Something you said talking to Karen Bryan and the people at on the desk, on the ESPN desk, that it was hard for you to beat Demian Maia. I mean, we know your roots, how you started was jiu-jitsu, and we know what Demian Maia means to both the jiu-jitsu world and the MMA community. Can you explain that feeling? Because I'm sure it must be tough to put out a legend, I guess.
Yeah, it was very emotional to be the guy that I consider a legend. I have as an idol, and I cop a lot of his stuff. It kind of, I think, it's even hard for me to explain, but I think every single guy they had I call it system. They have a system to win. Like Kamaru, he likes to get nice and relaxed. He mix things up. Boom. Then when you don't expect, he shoot you, and then he kind of wear you out. And then Damian's kind of the same. He not even boxing too much, but he boxes just to get a takedown. Then he start his system. He goes to the body lock, then he goes to the back, and I understand a lot what he's doing. And that's why I was able to put that on strategy and be able to beat him, because I know even when he gets the back, I know, like me, I got a lot of different ways to finish. I will always go to the neck, like kind of squeeze a little bit, then I put the hooks, then I set it up with different things. And he has a simple, methodical way. He wants to take the back, put the hooks, get a body triangle. Then he want to work for the finish. And as soon as I watch a lot of videos, I got the system. Say, okay, that's what he wants. And on the fight wasn't different. I know he wants to take the back. As soon as he took my back, I know he just wanted the hooks. I wasn't even worried about the neck no more.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to escape. And after that, he got very frustrated. I saw in his eyes that he lost his back position. He was frustrated. And I know he want to keep the pressure a little bit. I know he's going to do something. I would just whether to or a right hand or left hand over. If he was throwing the left, I would throw the right over. If he was throwing the right, I would throw the left over. So that was something that I trained a lot with Henry. But like I said, it was empty arena. As soon as I knocked him down, he kind of fell out so bad on the floor, and he had hit the canvas like,
right.
I mean, it was bad. And I thought it was over. And for me, that's it. Like, I don't want to hurt the guy more than I have to. Like I'm already want to hurt the guy when we fight. But it get to a point that I don't need to do nothing extra, especially when I like the guy. Even if I don't, if I knock the guy out, I have a couple walk-away knockouts that the guy's done. I don't need to do none extra damage. And I felt that a little bit. Half didn't came. And I had to go in. I kind of, that was the first time that I had this feeling to feel bad hitting the guy, especially being an MMA fighter. So I think, but that's because of the amount of respect and admiration I have for the guy.
Yeah.
I felt bad, and I don't know. It was a weird feeling. It's even hard to express, but I just like the guy so much. I follow the guy so much. I understand what he does so much, and I like a lot of things that he does, and I kind of felt better. It's even weird to explain.
No, for sure. It's definitely understandable. Did you guys speak after the fight?
A little bit. I kind of respect him. He was very mad. He was like frustrated, peace. And then I kind of just say, I respect you a lot. I have nothing but respect to you, and thank you for the opportunity to fight you. I know it wasn't the fight that you want, for sure. I still believe you still deserving a biggest fight, but thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate that. Bye-bye. And that was it.
Yeah, for sure. And I guess switching gears now. You were linked to Tyron Woodley for a second there when they
Yeah.
tried to move the UFC London
Yes.
event to the US. What happened there? Those are some interesting, like about like 48 hours or so, right?
Yeah, that was crazy because for a moment I was super happy with my performance, and I gotta give that away. I said, okay, now we might get another fight. So all started by the internet, or they saw on Twitter. Oh, the UFC London got canceled. We moved to the US, and then right there I was like, oh, Leo Andrews not gonna be able to come.
Mm.
I guess so. If he come, he might not be able to come back.
Yeah.
Might get quarantined here, and I don't know. So I just put myself available, and then I put available on Twitter. But I will also text my manager Ali Abdulaziz, and I text Sean Xavier. If you guys need me, I'm 100% in. I'm available. I want to fight. Still hungry. Look, I had a camp in. I felt like 2 minutes. I still feeling that I didn't fight. Like it was only 2 minutes, and then they okay. We hang on. We're working that, and the negotiations started going a little bit my way, and then Kobe started doing Kobe things. Get a little bit to his side. He wasn't even available to fight. And RDA was another guy that got in the conversation too. And
For you or Woodley?
for Woodley.
Okay.
For Woodley. So I was that was three options. They
Yeah.
had Kobe. Kobe was out. There was me or RDA to fight Tyron Woodley. And the thing is, Tyron Woodley don't want to fight me. That was him and his team saying that no, I was like a danger guy. I was shorter. He was training for Leon Edwards, a tall southpaw, and blah blah blah. He was making all the excuse. And it's okay. It's a negotiation. But the thing that got more upset was because he lied. He said, "Oh, I was in to fight Gilbert Burns, but I would get canceled." No, he's lying on this part. Let's just be honest. Like I had a lot of respect for the guy because all he had done, but come on, you don't need to lie on this thing. Just be honest. We were in negotiation. I was going more to RDA because he got more name and all got canceled. But don't say he accepted the fight because he didn't. All the time he was ducking me. He want to get the guys that got more name and didn't have a camp like I had. Didn't camp for a finish like I had, and the only thing that I got super upset is because he was lying, and he didn't lie. He didn't make one lie. He lied to all the fans, to everybody. He ducked me. He didn't want to get the fight. UFC started getting the negotiations started getting a little higher. Like UFC wants me to fight. He don't want me. And as soon as the president spoke, everything got canceled. Then the lies just started getting bigger and bigger and larger. And then, but I had a lot of respect and admiration for the guys that everything that he had done. But let's be honest, like Tyron was a liar. He don't want that fight, or otherwise that fight would be done because they sent me a nice number. They said like, we're gonna be this hour, just get in the location, waiting to start Woodley. So if he said yes, okay, the fight might be canceled, but I had the contract already, and then I'll be like, okay. But he didn't say yes, and he's lying, and that's it. I think I lost all the respect that I got to him, and to be honest, right now, how long was his last win? Was it against Darren Till? Before that, he had a horrible fight against Demian Maia, and he got another horrible fight. It was the second title defense against
Stephen
Thompson, and he ass whooped by the champ. So he's not in that position. Like thinking he's a champion, he gotta pick and choose. Oh, I want this fight. No, just this guy. Come on, he's being a rapper right now. He's not doing those horrible musics and not fighting, and he still act like he's the champ. He's not the champion. He got an ass whoop. The champion when he defend the title, and what he's doing, he's just doing those horrible musics. And come on, and he think he's, and he still posts, oh, I'm on the killer mode. Come on, if you're in a killer mode, UFC offer the fight, you say yes. If you're really on a killer mode, you say yes. And that's just a liar, and then a shame. I lost all the respect. He lost all the respect that I had to him.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like you're upset at the situation and what he said. Is that who you want next, ideally?
For sure, that's who I want next, and probably he's gonna keep doing what he's doing. He's gonna keep ducking me, but that's why it's always That's why I love Kamaru. I have a lot of respect, and the guy earned his position fighting. So if that guy don't want to fight me, I'm gonna keep it available. I'm gonna keep fighting. If Chiesa is next, Chiesa is next. If the
Yeah.
Warner Boy Thompson's next, he's next, and I'm gonna keep beating these guys until I get to him. But I don't know. I just got a feeling that I'm fighting Tyron Woodley this year. I think he might fight Leon Edwards again or Kobe. That's the fight that he wants, but ain't gonna campaign so hard for that. So I believe that's who I want next. But I believe he will fight Leon Edwards or Kobe. And I believe both of these guys can beat Tyron Woodley. Tyron Woodley is almost 38, 39, if I'm not wrong. Just being the whole ego, his ego grows so much, and then I can see right now the way he talks. He's mixing the ego with the confidence. He's just being with all the rappers. I think he's done. Even either one that he fights, Leo Edwards or Kobe, he gonna lose. Then I want him after my next fight.
Yeah. It sounds like you bring up his rapping a couple times. It sounds like you feel like maybe that's distracted him a little bit of fighting. You think?
100%, 100%. He's the guy used to be like a beast. We look at Tyron Woodley. He was a couple times he looked scary, but who's that guy? Like he doesn't look that much anymore. Like last time that we saw him knock it on, he doesn't look like that. He looks bad. Even the corner would say, "Hey, buy that mouthpiece and go forward." He's still waiting for Usman. He was just like he was broke,
Yeah.
and I think that's Tyron Woodley right now. He got so much distraction in his life with TMZ, with rapping, acting, and that whole thing. And I think being surrounded yourself with a lot of egos, famous people. He just changed. He just not. I believe he's not the same anymore.
Interesting. So, just to recap all that, you want Woodley. If not, you're more than down to fight KSI, and it seems he wants the bout as well. Obviously, you guys had a little back and forth on Twitter. Another lightweight who's finding a lot of success at 170 pounds.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Chiesa he will set. That's why I like that fight. But if we can't pick right now who you want, I want Tyron Woodley or Colby Covington. But
Yeah.
it might get hard to get those fights right now. So I get anyone be inside the top 10. Get anyone. I don't care.
For sure. Now, something I want to ask you, and I don't expect you to have an answer for this. So if you don't, all good. But I mean, you keep finding success at 170, and you're looking very good. Your teammate Kamaru Usman just happens to be the champion, and he's also been looking very good. A lot of people believe, he might hold on to that belt for a while. Have you guys talked about what would happen if you were to reach the top? Because it seems you're not too far away from it.
Yeah, not yet. We didn't talk yet, and I believe everything you're saying. I think he'll be able to beat Masvidal, and then if he Kobe's get a second chance, he'll be able to beat Kobe again or Tyron Woodley again. And I believe I believe he's gonna keep doing good. I believe I'm gonna keep doing good. Eventually, we're gonna get on that spot, but we never talk about it. We kind of know that might happen. But we have the same team. We have the same manager. I like the guy a lot. He helped me a lot for a lot of my fights. I helped him a lot for a lot of his fights. And I have a lot of admiration and respect for the guy. And I like the guy. It's nothing that, no, I like the guy a lot. He's kind of like a captain from the team. And I don't know. It's going to be weird. I don't know how we're going to train. I don't know. It's just going to get weird. But we got to take it as a professional. We spar a couple times super hard. We grapple. We wrestle. And I don't know. I hope we just get one more time. But it doesn't get any bad blood. But I don't know. It's just going to get weird. But that's what I want. I want to be the champion. I want to remain the champion. I think we need to be professional, talk about it, face and maybe fight when the opportunity comes.
Yeah, for sure. I guess you'll cross that bridge when you get there, as they say.
When we get there, we'll talk about
it. Yeah. All right, man. Well, I appreciate the time, but before I let you go, these are not easy times. Can you give any tips to people on how to stay entertained or things they can do with all this extra time we have at home?
Yeah, a lot of things you can do, especially first time you at home. And I think every time that something crazy happens, we gotta see. It's kind of cliche saying, but we gotta see the opportunities. You gotta see you stay positive. if you gotta stay with your home, with your family at home, try to enjoy. Try to have a good time. With me and my kids, we're making a lot of new games, a lot of things. We're just doing like video games and doing a lot of different games and watching a lot of movies. You spend the time together. Like I pick up couple books that I kind of stop and didn't have the time.
Hmm.
And on the beginning, I was spending a lot of time on social media. Now I kind of giving away a little bit, kind of stopping and trying to spend more time with the family. With the books, I'm just doing that every day. I spare like 30 minutes
Hmm.
just for read. I shut down the phone and I gotta get into my books and and spend time with the family. I think it's kind of like we get a little grounded. So make sure you do something good in that grounded time. Just
Yeah.
spend time with the family and try to get in a positive way.
What books you reading?
Yeah, mental toughness, and I
Okay.
have a couple in Portuguese. Uh,
Nice.
yeah.
All right. And last thing, any show or movie you would recommend to a fan?
Any show or movie, bro. I love the fight game, so I always watch a lot of fights.
Uh huh.
If you guys didn't watch, I I, I kind of turn to the guy I like him a lot, but if you didn't watch YouTube, easy. Michael Chandler against Eddie Alvarez, first fight in Bellator. That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Mm.
And another one for Michael Chandler, Ben Askren. Just go on YouTube.
Michael Chandler, Ben Askren.
Ben Henderson.
Oh, okay,
Sorry,
Ben Henderson. Yeah. Yeah.
That was
That was a
my two
fantastic
fights
fight. Yeah.
that I love to watch. If you got Fight Pass, my favorite on Fight Pass will be Shogun Rua against Ben Henderson.
Number
And,
one, right?
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
And I got Robbie Lawler and Rory McDonald too.
Yeah.
And I'm just in love with the fights. And if you guys like the interview about training, I like a couple of videos of Kobe Bryant. I like TJ Dillashaw at Joey Rogan. I like David Goggins. I like a lot of things to get entertained. Just especially about fighting. I love it.
Yeah. Certainly, tons of content to consume in these times. Well, Gilbert, I appreciate the time, man. Congratulations on that Demian Maia win. Amazing performance you had there at UFC Brasilia, and I guess we'll see what happens in the next few weeks as far as the fighting future.
Yeah. I hope everything goes okay and stay safe.
Thank you, man.